Hello, I'm Sandy Walden, your Master Grief Coach and Master Grief Coach trainer. About a week ago, in fact, last Thursday, I think, I came on here and it might have sounded a little dramatic, but I was talking about having broken my mug. I'm sure it's a cheap mug. My son had it, it belonged to him. We used to tease him that he didn't know if he wanted to be a cowboy or a pirate when he grew up because he loved all those things. This was the mug of his that I kept, and I use it all the time. Mugs in my rotation all mean something to me, and that's why I kept them. This was Mikey's. You can imagine how important it felt to me. So last Wednesday, so we're talking a week ago, I was preparing to talk to a client, but I wasn't sitting at my desk here. I was sitting in my chair, and I sat this on the arm of the chair, so wide wooden arm. I somehow managed to knock it off, and the handle broke. Not this part, but the handle. After I got done working with the client, I went and, in a rather dramatic, teary fashion, told my husband, I've broken Mikey's mug. It's the only one I had from him. I was upset. I was really upset. Hubby's a great guy. He said, I'll see if I can fix the handle. Okay, we're good to go. So he found all the pieces, and it broke in kind of a lot of pieces. So he's glued it, and it's been sitting on my kitchen counter since then. I was really convinced at the time that I would continue using this mug, that it would go back in my rotation because it means something to me. So, yeah, I know this is kind of a long story, and I apologize. It does mean something to me, but it prompted an exploration of deeper things. It's not unusual for us to want to hold on to something that belonged to the one we're missing. I get that. This shirt, I wear it all the time. This was one of Mike's too. It has a place in my life. For me, it has a place because it's useful and because it's a connection to Mike. It doesn't in any way hinder my healing or what I would say is moving on. When I say moving on, I don't mean leaving him behind. It doesn't in any way prevent me from living a life that's rich and joyful. So I thought about this mug, and I've been thinking about it for all those days. It's prompted some really interesting conversations between my husband and myself, as well as my surviving sons. What do we want to do with the few things that we have saved? There aren't very many. Here is the truth. We all feel incredibly connected to Mike, each in our own way. Whether it's the cowboy boots somebody wears, the t-shirt that they wear. Turns out there's a lot of stuff that we wear. Um, there's a John Wayne tapestry Mike used to have on his apartment wall that I think one of the boys is going to put in his rec room. There's nothing major, but it's had a meaning for us. As I've sat with this mug for the last week, I have not been inclined to put something inside of it and drink out of it anymore. I think I'm saying goodbye to it. Am I 100% sure? No, because you can see it's in my hand. It's not in the trash can or the recycling. But I think it is. I think that's where it's going to go this afternoon. Is there a piece of me that's sad about that? Yes. And that's a piece of grieving too. That's okay. Whether your loss was a few days ago, many, many years ago, what you decide to hold on to in what the way of physical items is very individual. To my way of thinking, as long as it's not hurting you in any way, it can be really helpful. Every time I use this mug, I thought about Mikey. But the truth is, I think about him all the time anyway, and it makes me smile. I feel as though it's time to let go of it. That's what I expect to do. I expect this will go in the recycling when I'm done with this video. You can check with me tomorrow and ask if I actually was able to do that and to leave it there. This isn't about judgment. This isn't about being right or wrong. Take your own emotional temperature, so to speak. What feels okay to you? I feel okay with letting the mug go, I think. I'm not okay with letting the shirt go. I don't need to. It's soft and it's comfortable and it's the kind of shirt that I've got a few others of that were never Mike's, were always mine. We take this journey at the rate that's right for us. We each take our individual steps in the way that's okay for us. Most people that I've lost, I don't have anything that I've kept from them. Somebody important to me, I have a butter dish. That's incredibly important, but that's the only thing I've ever had. And again, it's something useful in my life. So for me, that's helpful. It's hard for me to just save things to save things. It's not where my comfort is. I don't know what your comfort level is, but you do. If you've decided to hold on to something, does it bring you comfort? What does it do for you? Again, not from a place of judgment, but from a place of reflection. I ask you just to consider, what kind of feelings does it bring up for you? Because for me, that's what makes the difference. The ones we love and miss, we are connected to. I believe we are connected to them profoundly and always will be. This mug represented something to me. Ooh, talking past tense now. But I think it's time here is done. What's right for you? That's what I'd encourage you to think about. Much more than that, that's what I'd encourage you to feel about. Taking the steps that are right for you, in the way that's right for you, and in the time frame. Sometimes it's easier when we do it with someone or have someone's support. Sometimes we need that time alone. That's right for you. So I'm going to get off here now, and I think I'm going to go in the kitchen and put this in the recycling bin. We'll see. I wish you a day that's peaceful and comfortable and healing. Namaste.